Welcome back to another Swift 6. This week I'm going to be talking about how you can get more traffic to your blog. So first off, social media ads. What I mean by this are adverts that run on either Facebook or Twitter. There are some other social platforms as well. Of course, there's LinkedIn, there's Google+, and there's some other ones beside that. But the main ones I'm going to be discussing here are Facebook and Twitter. So my advice here is to promote your blog posts to people who they're aimed at. So primarily your blog posts should be aimed at your current customers because you have an understanding of the needs and concerns of your current customers, so your blog posts are supposed to address those needs. But don't forget, your customers won't be the only people that have these needs and concerns. Think about the type of audience they are, the type of segment they are. Are they business owners based in London? Are they, for example, hairdressers that are based in the north of England? If you use social ads and, for example, the Facebook and Twitter advertising platform, you can reach other users that have the same profile as your customers, and you can target your blog posts at those users. So you can go into Facebook and you can target people who are based in the north of England and are hairdressers. If you've created a blog post that's right for your customers who are hairdressers based in the north of England, then why not promote that blog post on Facebook to exactly the same users? It's something we use on 123reg and we find it works really well. So the second thing is to send your blog post to influencers and ask them to comment on it. So every market, every audience has experts and influencers, people that are looked to for advice, looked to for thought leadership. Identify who these influencers are, and there's a variety of ways of doing that. And I won't go into the details on this post, but there will be another one. Identify who those influencers are, and then email them your blog post or tweet them your blog post. Try to get them to interact and to read your content, and if possible, comment on it. Because if they comment on it, especially on social media, then others will follow their advice and will come and read your blog post too. So the third thing is to comment on other people's blogs. So this works really well, especially if there's a question raised in the blog that you're commenting on. And if there is a question raised and your blog post answers that question, then leave a comment, add something to the conversation there, and then refer those users to your blog post where that question is answered. It doesn't necessarily have to be a question though. It might be that your post is a continuation of a debate or a conversation or a point that the original post is making. So get involved, leave a comment, and share a link to your blog posts where people can read more or can read in more depth or can find out more about that topic. So the fourth thing is to build an email list of subscribers to your blog, and this is probably one of the easiest things that you can do. Add the option on your blog for people to subscribe for updates. There are lots of easy forms that you can get on the web or plugins for WordPress that you can use on your site. So this is different from asking people to sign up to your main brand website or to buy something from you. This is just a simple email subscription to your blog. And then every time you have a blog post, make sure that those users are sent a link to it. Or if you're posting a lot, then send them a roundup every week or every month. If they want to subscribe to your blog, they're clearly interested in what you have to say, and it's a great way to drive additional traffic to each blog post. The fifth thing is something called guest posting. And what this is writing blog posts or articles that are then posted on other people's sites. So what you need to do here is to create useful and interesting and shareable advice, advice that other blogs will be prepared to publish, and think about how you can include your brand or your blog links either within the article that you post on someone else's site or within your biography. because every blog post really needs a biography about the author, about the person that wrote it. However, if you do link to your website and your blog from within your biography, and you're doing a lot of guest posting, be sure to mix up your biography so that you're not using the same one every time, because that can look spammy to Google. And the final thing is, make each of your blog posts really easy to share. And that can be something about the formatting of the post. So for example, give the post a great headline, use great images, use markup within the code of the site, or use something called Twitter cards so that the media on your post gets surfaced really effectively on Twitter along with images. But also add great sharing buttons to your site. Make those buttons attractive, and there are lots of free buttons out there on the web that you can download and add to your site. So entice your readers to share your content. Make that content look great when it does get shared. And of course, don't forget to ask your readers to share your content as well. So there were 6 ways in which you can get more traffic to your blog, and I'll see you next time.